Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. In pursuit of a stolen magical object, Stormwood and Associates Field Team 623 stepped into a tear between realities and vanished. They found themselves trapped in another plane, facing a reality that was not their own, and driven to avoid dark forces they don't understand. And so, Team 623 finds themselves leaping from world to world, striving to put right what they find wrong, and hoping each time that their next jump will be the jump home. Stormwood and Associates stars Celeste Star Twin as Dee, Gen Proc as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Becca Johnson as Liz Stormwood. Previously on Stormwood and Associates, our team has finally returned to the wilds. Their last stop before finally getting home, but while they're here, they're going to try to save the multiverse while they're at it because, well, frankly, Liz wants to save her girlfriend / protect every version of her family across the multiverse because the Dark Wizard Galfus has it out for Stormwoods now because they keep fucking around. So, the team arrived in the wilds where they made their way to the Quicksmoke Tavern, which they found shut down, but thankfully they still found Fiona living inside of it, hiding out there. Fiona got word to Mindy, who arrived, and they also summoned NK, who, along with her wife Michelle, showed up in the future version of their own truck, and the team is now getting together in an attempt to storm the Great Tower of Galfus. Of course, Fiona's been through this loop a few times, and the team doesn't remember at all because she decided not to restore their memories in the last loop after Dee lost all of her skin, and their current version of the plan, which is apparently different than earlier versions of the plan, is that they are going to first go after Marosharp inside the Obsidian Tower before they go try to find and confront Galfus, hopefully reducing the attack. Also, they're bringing along a bunch of Fae to try to attack the Orc army outside of the tower, because the whole reason why the Fae haven't tried to overthrow Galfus before this is because Galfus is immune to their magic and powers, but nobody else is. So, you know, if they'd attacked the army, Galfus could have still killed them before our heroes showed up. But now that our heroes are here and willing to confront and fight Galfus, we've got a good chunk of the summer court, all currently birds, coming along with Fiona and her husband, Kor. Kor is currently a badger because he really wanted to be a badger for once. The team set off to drive the 150 miles to the Galfus's tower, the Obsidian Tower in Denarsis. The Denarsis sits at the confluence at the joining points of all four of the original Fae courts. It is a city that was built originally as neutral territory, and Galfus has turned it into his capital, as it is the center of the known world here in the wilds. As they traveled to the city outside of the city, it was surrounded by armies. Then the city itself, which was almost like a mishmash of different time periods in its construction and architecture, and that the center stood the Obsidian Tower. The area outside the Obsidian Tower was, of course, also surrounded by army. Liz is currently disguised as an elf, thanks to some magic from Amy, and Obi is disguised as a goblin general using his spy abilities.
And some tinfoil.
Mostly the spy abilities are making are pulling off the tinfoil. They made their way past the gate outside the Obsidian Tower by faking their way through it, and then more troops are surrounding the Obsidian Tower directly, who look like they're the groups that are designed to protect the city itself. The armies outside of the city appear to be ones preparing to invade other realities. Our team is now approaching in their 2 trucks. Although it's really the same truck. If you think about it, man, real Ship of Theseus moment here. Are now both approaching. Our team is now approaching the Obsidian Tower, which rises like a shard of black glass out of the ground, towering high above you. And your trucks rumble up past the troops surrounding the area, and you are at the final gates of the Obsidian Tower. There are 2 orcish guards standing next to 2 giant doors. Do you stop the truck or do you drive into them?
I'm gonna speed up. Gonna drive right into him.
Wait, D, what are you doing?
What?
No!
Stop!
Okay.
You suddenly find yourself about 20 feet back, and you hear over comms Fiona going, "Don't do that."
Jeez. Okay, fine. Everyone pumps the brakes. Okay, fine.
I didn't expect you to actually do it.
It's expect the unexpected.
I shouldn't have put the thought out there.
Wild
It's my
card.
fault for putting that into the ether. All right. What's the plan now? NK said she knows where Marosharp's apartments are.
Yeah. I got a plan to get a meeting with Marosharp so we could get to her.
Yeah, that's where you said you were going to pretend you have a little person captured.
Yep. So I think if I go in with you guys as like my elf like entourage, bodyguards, whatever.
I think I'm going to stay out here.
Okay.
The closer
Is it better if we get her to come out here?
Well, no, okay, so like Marosharp's been studying under Galphus, and we don't know if she's been more and more immune to our powers over the years, so I don't know what her current stage of development is. So like if we stay out, like right now if something goes wrong I can fly away. If I'm inside and if something goes wrong and Galphus is there ahead of time, or if Marosharp is immune to what we can do, then I'm defenseless inside. She's just looking really nervously at the gates to the building, like at the giant doors. And anyways, my part of the plan is to she like looks towards the troops, blow the shit up out of all of these guys out here, right?
Right.
So does it make sense to bring me inside or to leave me out here?
Probably leave you and probably everyone else in the other truck to do that. And then just my little group will go in and heck her up.
Sorry, over comms you hear NK going, so why don't I come in too?
Yeah.
Because I know the way. I've been in the building before.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That sounds helpful.
And then I can leave Michelle out here with the trucks. Mostly, I can help. Hun, you have a bad hip. You don't run that fast. You drive like hell, but you don't run fast. And you're saying I'm getting old. You have the body of a 65-year-old, so yeah, hun.
Well, we might need some really good getaway drivers.
I mean,
Yeah,
fair.
I just don't like feeling like I'm aging out of this stuff. It's, hun, you're gonna probably run over a bunch of orcs in the truck. Just make sure you're doing it in our truck, not the other truck, or else you might cause a paradox. All right. Amy, could you hook me up? Because I'm very human right now. Amy just sort of like, I guess I'm going to get out of the truck and walk over to the other truck.
Okay, fine.
Amy just gets out and walks over to the other truck where NK rolls down the window. And Amy is going to cast a spell. And that is a... What do I add to that? Do I add something to that? Please tell me I add something to that. Please tell me I add something to that. I don't. Well, okay. It's a terrible roll. But, writing down this roll. NK's disguise is at the level of a 2. But NK walks out as Goblin NK. Why am I You're too short to be an elf. You're like only a little tall for a goblin. You're way too short. Have you ever met an elf that's like shorter than 5'8" in your life? No. Okay. Yeah, so Goblin NK walks over. Still in a hoodie. She looks a lot, it's like Femme Babbitt, I'm realizing, based on the fact that the two characters dressed almost exactly alike. They even had it's like a redheaded Femme Babbitt. They have the same haircut. Jesus Christ. All right. So, what's our plan to get past the door? I mean, obviously you're looking like a general right now, Obi.
Yeah. I figured I'd just, BS my way through.
Well, there are 2 guards right over there. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it.
I'm wondering if I want someone to come and open the door for me.
Well, right now, Amy, who is been described as one of your elven assistants, is currently standing outside the truck. So,
Yeah.
And she just did go open the door for the other apparent quote-unquote goblin.
That's true.
Amy, come open the door for me. It'll make me look important.
Amy walks over and opens the door for you.
Obi will step out with much pomp, and he'll go over to the guards, and he'll basically just try to get to the doors and.
Well, as you approach, the two
Yes.
guards stand at attention because you are successfully disguised as a general.
I have a meeting inside. Open the doors.
I'm meeting with who, sir?
Who do you think? Marosharp. Open them up.
Well, okay, like, it could have been Marosharp. It could have been, Galphus. It could have been Dave in accounting. People go see Dave all the time. Yeah,
That's
I'm like,
great for Dave.
what?
I'm on a tight schedule. Let's move it.
One of them pulls out, literally pulls out a tablet, made of crystals. Like, it looks like it's like an iPad made of crystals. Does she have you on the schedule today? Sorry, they've been a big crackdown on security lately.
Of course I'm on the schedule. What are you talking about?
What's the name on the appointment? Sir. Sorry. Sir.
Now, this could be interesting. Because I could take a real gamble and actually say that I am Gabo.
Here's the problem. Do you know Gabo's actual name?
I know I've heard you say it.
I have said it many times in front of you. But I will tell you, even I have to go read the name off of the
Yeah, I
character
definitely
sheet
don't
whenever
remember
I
the
say
whole
it.
freaking thing.
Yeah.
Would Obi remember it?
I don't.
Probably not.
No, I don't think he would.
I don't think Obi wasn't met him enough to count that. The other thing is
it's an 18-syllable name.
yeah. The other thing is it's a gamble on whether the people here know that he's dead or not.
They might.
They might know he's already dead.
You don't know how many years it's been since that fight happened, also.
Yeah.
There were time shenanigans with that, around that time period about when that happened. And, while it's only been, probably, a couple of weeks since you had that fight, it's also only been a couple of weeks since you saw Mindy last, and she's very pregnant now.
Yeah.
So...
I know my way is to bullshit, but I can't think of a good way to bullshit my way out of this.
Oh! I can give you suggestions. All you have to do is claim that it's an emergency thing that's too late to be on the schedule.
Right. Duh. All right, so I'm going to burn a sweet move point to bullshit.
Okay.
What are you talking about? What am I saying? This is an emergency. I just got back. I have important news for Marosharp. Then she needs to know immediately.
Yeah, everybody vote that works. That works. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in favor.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, sir. It just opens up the door for you. Let's see. Okay, so these guys both have to roll a couple of things here. Liz's disguise holds up. Okay. So, who all's going in? So we got Obi, we got Amy, we got NK. I'm assuming Liz and D are coming.
Liz is coming, but she's gonna be doing something while Obi was doing that.
What was she doing?
She turns to Mindy and says, "Marry me?"
Yeah, obviously.
Yes, great. Okay.
Cute.
D is coming along as well.
Yeah, she kisses you, by the way. I'm just like, I'm sorry. That's more
Yeah,
trippy.
obviously.
Like, oh yeah, sure, we could do that now. Not Mindy's reaction. Yeah, no, marriage laws get a little complicated, so we're gonna have to talk about the full details of that, but obviously I'm gonna marry you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, the wedding's gonna take 2 months. Just
Sure.
giving
Why
you a
not?
warning. Just it's a whole thing. But absolutely. And I'll see about if we can find a loophole on the blood stuff. It gets really complicated when you marry a mortal. Sorry.
Will
It's-
HR let us black out that much time off when, like, if we wanted to attend as guests, just out of curiosity? I'm sorry, I'm just curious.
Oh, only like the last hour is in front of other people.
Oh, okay, that's good. I didn't know if I had that much. I know I've accrued a lot of like time, but due to like time displacement, I'm not sure if I've actually. I'm probably gonna get back and I'll have like only accrued like 10 minutes of like off of like PTO by the time we get
Read
back.
the
I'm
damn
just guessing.
employee handbook. We get full
You read the
pay.
handbook.
Well, I've
We've
told
been
you
through
this.
Dee.
You get paid for all of your time in an alternate reality. Your timeline is back pay.
I have detailed notes about this entire thing. It'll be fine.
Yes.
You're gonna
Okay.
get all your PTO. You will get
That-
if we had medical stuff, we would have gotten reimbursed, but we don't, so it's fine.
I'm just saying, when we get back, I'm ready to argue with that NFT. That's all I'm saying.
He's just kind of. D, I need you to understand something. Amy just walks over to you. D, the company has a lot of money. A lot of money. They just buy SUVs. They just buy them. The San Ricardo office had like less than a dozen people working there when I was an intern, and that included the interns. Do you know how many SUVs they had in that basement registered to the company for less than a dozen people? 37. They had 37 SUVs in that basement, in that parking garage.
They got back pay for when they were on the run for murder.
Oh yeah, totally did.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Oh, that's
okay, it's just like, yeah, no, I 100% got back pay for that. I mean,
Oh shit, really?
and
Oh, that's awesome.
I actually kind of gave it back because I had a lot of money. I mean, technically,
Okay.
I still have it. So like, if in like 30 years or so you find yourself in outside of in a weird little town in Halata, there is a lockbox in the back of a taco shop. If we make it through alive, no, I don't. So the problem is I haven't put it there yet when you get home. So, but I don't know. I'll text Amy the details or something.
Okay.
She had like money stashed all over various cities. I had to get it for her when they went on the run. Anyways, let's see what this shit. The two guards are just standing there with the doors open, kind of waiting for you guys to go in and trying not to listen to your conversation.
When he sees that y'all are done, Obi like snaps his fingers and like, come on, round up, let's go. There's little hand motions to get you guys over here. Form up, crew. We're going in.
Yes, sir.
And he marches in.
NK walks over. Yep, we have to keep a tight schedule, guys. Keep a tight schedule. I'm a goblin, so I figure I'm more important than them, right? The guards kind of sniff when NK walks by and kind of look at each other funny. But you guys successfully walk in through the gates. The foyer of the the main entrance of the Obsidian Tower is a grand, majestic room with staircases on either side. There, it's light is pouring in from imperceptible sources that kind of are coming through the glass like it's stained glass, but it's way too thick here for it to be actual sunlight coming through. It's clearly some sort of magical effect, but it feels like natural light as this huge atrium as you enter it. NK kind of points to the staircase on the left. So it's been a while, but this way, I think.
Okay.
Obi just nods and marches towards the stairs.
Yeah, you guys start going through. She actually takes you to a little side back staircase. And she pauses and goes, so good news, bad news is I know the servants' way in. Not the regular way in. So hopefully nobody catches us and asks why a general is taking the back way.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you guys go first and kind of scout out.
Well, I mean,
And if nobody's there, then I'll pop out.
She presses a little trigger and the door opens to the servants. Like a spiral staircase is going up from this point. It's because this main level is we really want to get out of this main area here because this is meeting rooms and Galphus's throne room, and the more people we have to sell on magic and illusions, the more risks we have. That's my other thought, is that if we go the regular way, it's very public.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. NK leads you up a spiral staircase. And how many stories do we think it is to Marosharp's apartments? It is 30 stories to Marosharp's apartments.
Of course it is.
The good news is that nobody who works here wants to take the stairs. Sorry. Last time I was here, I just had to go down these stairs. Not up them.
Yeah. This would have been nice to know about, I guess.
I mean, you can see the tower from miles and miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's NK's stats here? What is NK's fitness? I'm just curious. Oh, she's got a fitness of 2. What is everybody's fitness, by the way?
5.
3.
Everybody. All right, so 5, 3, and 3. All right, I'm just gonna make a little note here.
We're not doing well.
All right, everybody, roll me a d10.
5.
9.
Okay,
6.
I need to hear this individual. Becca, what was yours?
9.
All right. What was yours again?
5.
And yours, Celeste?
6.
All right, Liz, you're kind of doing okay. You're tired, but you're making it Obi, like, you've got like that feeling of just like pure exhaustion, Liz, but like you're not gonna have a problem, like, like you don't have a problem going more. You just really wish you could stop. Obi and Obi, NK, and D all look like they're miserable and want to die.
Obi's probably like got his like like he's on his like hands and feet going up.
Amy has literally not even started sweating.
Also, Amy could fly up if she wanted to.
She could, but she's also doing fine.
That's because she's a tank.
Well, also, she has a fitness of 9 and rolled a 9. Oh, I forgot if we added in like formal fitness checks. Yeah, I'm inconsistent, but I was going with height of roll. Then I was adding your roll to your fitness and coming up with whatever number that was. Actually, I didn't even roll for NK. I just assumed she was going to roll poorly because her fitness is a 2. Never mind. Actually, NK's about how Liz is because NK rolled really well on her D10. So, sorry, it's just mostly... All right. That's just from flavor. So, eventually you make it up to the level that Marosharp's appointments are on. Amy kind of just like is staring at you guys.
Obi is sitting on the floor against the wall.
I can't make you feel better, but I can at least deal with this sweat. And she like taps each of you and with a flourish like evaporates all the sweat off of you. And cleans you. Because we've established you can also clean clothes with this, so you are no longer gross. You still feel terrible, but you are no longer gross.
Go.
That was a good workout.
Go check if anyone's out there.
Okay. It's just okay, it's still exhausted, but
This is a lot.
it's a I only had to go she flew me up here last time. And then I walked I left on foot, so I knew how to get here only through the stairs because that's how I left. And yeah, okay, good. My comm was off when I said that. All right. So Obi, you're gonna go exit onto the main floor.
I was hoping the other people would
Well, no.
exit.
If you want other people to go with you, that's fine. I thought for a second it sounded like you were going ahead. That's all.
No. I want them to go ahead. To make
Gotcha.
sure nobody sees a general coming out of the servants area.
All right. Amy kind of stands up and goes, okay, I'll go check. Because you all need to sit for a minute, I think. And she pops the entrance, makes sure her hood's secure over her head, and steps out. And, oh, shoot. Sorry, I dropped the D10 when I was about to roll. Because I'm going to see how lucky Amy is. Not lucky. All right. So we're just going to roll this. All right. And then... Okay. So after about a minute, the door opens and Amy comes back in. There's anyone out there anymore.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry. I think they're most. I don't think anyone's going to notice the piles of dust.
Okay. Well, that great. Thank you.
There were 4 orcish guards.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
they were like hanging out outside the staircase, smoking. There's a beautiful balcony out here. Oh yeah, no, the balcony's great. That's where she flew us in. Yeah, I think if I just give me one more minute. Amy steps back out after another minute. I kicked all the dust off of the edge of the balcony. I think we're good. I don't hear anybody else up here.
Hey.
Sorry, I did a whole set of combats rolls real quick. I just needed it. Amy just had to get to initiative once and then use a single magical attack. So her bare hands is a 9 on that sweet move. Killing 4 guards in one round is not hard when they're all fodder. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.